All right.
Okay. So as a little thing for the viewers, this is a little private session between me and Neutral right now,
Hmm.
and this is just to kind of figure out what's going to happen with this character. You were previously given four options,
Mm.
and of the four, you chose the white noise slash unknown.
Yes.
And where we left off with that was you were greeted with a door.
Hmm.
So what do you do?
I turn behind me. Is there anything? Is there any voices? Any noise? Anything?
Everything's very much drowned out at this point because it's like you've entered the white noise and it's like almost there's like almost a wall. Like the other voices and stuff are very muffled, but all you hear is the white noise.
Hmm. I knock on the door.
Nothing. Just
I go to open. I look behind the door. Is like,
it's a continuation of the darkness.
huh. So, it's just a door. I mutter to myself. I go to open it.
As you start to open it, the environment completely changes and the door disappears.
I look around.
You're now you look around and the environment it's a dimly lit room, and you look at the ground and it's just this material that you can't exactly identify.
Is
It's like a grayish white and like thing, and it's very solid. It's very solid on your feet. And you look around and it's just like this entire it's just like a little square room, and then there are three doors.
three
One to your
doors.
front, one to your left, and one to your right. And you see a sign hanging above each door.
I look at the left door sign.
The left door sign says, uh, choose the path of might and overcome your adversaries.
Can you please repeat that?
Um, choose the path of might and overcome your adversaries. I'm also going to DM you these just because
Okay.
to help out.
Okay.
That's on the left.
Okay. I observe the furthest door.
The front or right?
The front.
All right. The front says, "Put your faith into me and leave behind your past."
I look at the door to the right.
And the right says, "Give in to what has happened. What has happened." And wait, how do you spell? Okay, that's how you spell it. Give in to what has happened and accept your fate.
I I go to the first door.
What's the first?
The path of might and overcome.
Okay. Uh, what do you do?
I take a single breath. My decision made. Put my hand on the doorknob, and I twirl it, opening the door.
All right. You open the door, and your environment changes again. And now you are in a room filled of crimson light. The walls are black. The floor is black. There's this figure that you can't quite make out in this dim lighting, and they're sitting on this black throne, and there's a table in front of them, and there's like a smaller like throne on the other side of the table, like from them.
After a pause, I proceed and sit down on the throne.
Once you sit, the figure just kind of waves a hand. So, this is the path you have chosen.
I guess so. Who are you? I asked.
I am one known as Al Rule.
I'll rule. Do I recognize this man at all? Any inch of his face do I feel familiar towards? Do I know anything?
You try to look over his features, and it's just this. It's tiefling in appearance, but everything's just cloaked in like a silhouette.
Huh.
And he continues speaking. I will give you this one option. You may return to the door if you are too wary in your decision. But if the path of might and vengeance is the one that you need to overcome those who did you wrong, I assure you, this is the place.
What does this path entail?
Power. Might.
If I go this path, what will happen to me?
If you desire to come back as you are, you will come back as you are. But with a slight catch. The other two options also have a slight catch. So.
May I go confront them and weigh my options?
Very well. I will await your decision.
I stand up from my throne and I attempt to approach the man at the opposite side of the table.
He just puts a hand up as you get closer. No.
I give him a sturdy 90-degree bow.
Alright.
And I walk out of the room, shutting the door ever so slightly behind me.
Okay. And you are back in the white-gray room.
I open the furthest door, the middle one.
Okay. You open it, and it is a room. You appear to be in a bedroom. There's golden draperies. There are paintings, and these paintings you do recognize. They are paintings of Pervotia. And you see a feminine figure laid out in the bed, and you recognize this figure as Pervotia.
I clutch the talisman on my chest to find that it's not there anymore. And I approach.
Alright. And as you approach, you watch as she sits up. And just kind of looks upon you. And she goes to reach a hand out as you kneel. And then everything fades. And you're looking at this hooded man. And he's just he has like a 9 o'clock shadow kind of thing going. And he just like gently like rubs like pats your cheek.
What? Excuse me? Who are you? I thought I was meeting with Pervotia.
Why, of course not, darling. I am a god, or deity as you may want to call me, that you might know quite well.
Who are you? I asked.
Greetings, little one. I am the traveler.
The traveler. I stand up and I give a 90-degree bow.
He just kind of like waves his hand and like chuckles, like, "No need to be so formal. Come."
Oh.
And you watch as he just kind of like snaps a finger, and like a chair appears next to you, and he sits down in the chair that appeared next to him.
I hop up in surprise for a second and I sit down in the chair.
He just kind of like enters a very lax position. So, your soul is for Gambit at the moment, if you do not know.
I could tell, yes.
A lot of entities are trying to take it. And seeing as you are considered a friend by one of my dearest followers, I thought I would give you the option
Your
of
followers.
Jeff.
Jeff. I see. Never thought that he'd be a person to save my life now, huh?
Well, he is unaware of your death at the moment, but
I understand that.
I watch my followers very, very much.
Hmm. So.
So,
Oh.
here's the deal. I'll be straightforward with you.
Hmm.
If you're willing to put Provosha behind and put your faith into me, everything will go well.
What does this path entail?
You know, a little bit of trickery, a little bit of under the table kind of things. Of course, this is all an option. I'm just offering you a deal, is all.
Pervosha is the goddess of my family. I don't think I could leave her behind.
I do understand quite well.
I stand up and I offer him a friendly handshake.
He shakes your hand, and like it's like almost touching. Just it's an odd sensation. It doesn't have any single root. Feels like you're touching multiple different substances, but it's all solidified into one thing.
Could you please make sure my friend has good fortune?
But of course, Jeff is a smart one.
I could tell. I turn around and I give him a smile, and I walk out of the room thanking him.
He just kind of watches you leave. Oh wait, continue.
Oh, I gingerly shut the door behind me.
Okay, you're back in the white gray room.
I enter the final room.
It is pure darkness.
Anyone there?
Dead silence. Like, whenever you speak, you know what you're saying in your mind, but words don't, like, you don't, no volume comes from your mouth. It's like the definition of the void.
No one there at all? Not in the slightest?
Nothing.
I kick open the door and I military roll out of that door.
Okay, yeah, you get out of the room.
Okay,
you're back in the white gray.
Okay, I continue back into the first room. I wish to come back.
And you go back in and you see him just kind of sitting there with a little, and now you can see like a smirk on his face. His features are a bit more defined.
Huh. Can I observe him?
He does look tiefling in appearance. You've never seen like a 9-foot tiefling before.
Oh.
And his horns are very, very prominent. They like curve upward.
Oh.
About a solid like 4 feet.
Oh. Goodness.
Yeah.
That's almost as tall as I am. I gingerly once again shut the door behind me. I sit down and I give him a convicted look.
So you have chosen.
That I have.
Very well. If you are willing to put behind the weakness that brought you here and take on the might that entails my contract, stand up and lay your hands on the table.
I would ask what I would lose, but I don't need an answer. I stand up and I put my hand on the table.
You watch as he just like gently places both of his hands, like they completely engulf yours. They're like 3-4 times bigger than your hands, and they just gently lay over yours, and it's a very soothing touch. And you can almost see just this bright yellow glint in his eyes. Do you accept my contract?
Without a moment of hesitation, I look into his eyes. I need not say nothing because he already knows my answer.
And with that look, He smiles and bows his head, and then both of his horns shoot into your stomach.
Wait, excuse me?
And this feeling overflows you of like it's just you've never experienced pain like this before.
Uh,
It's just a sensation of burning and like raw, unkempt power. And then next thing you know, you're looking at the like sky ceiling of the garden,
huh?
and you look behind you and you see the symbol of Provosha, but it's like shattered, and where the head was, it's like it's the similar, it's the same, like the head's the same head of the being that you made the contract with, and it has like the 4-foot horns.
Huh?
And you look down and you look at your stomach and you see like about probably like just where like the ribs are,
Huh?
these two like big circular symbols,
Huh?
and you're back.
I.
You're alive.
This is the palace room? Like, in the castle?
This is like you were buried in the garden area, remember?
Uh, I was buried?
Oh shit, that's right. Shit, why did I say remember?
Yeah. I was buried? I look at the statue. Oh, come on! That thing took so long to make. Oh, anyways. Am I clothed? How would I know that there's rings on my ribs if I have clothes on?
It was like this burning sensation,
Oh,
so
I
you
see.
like pull up your shirt and check.
Okay. Oh man.
So let me pull up your character sheet.
Huh?
Let me open my laptop real quick because everything's on the laptop.
Huh.
So I'm about to tell you everything you just gained because of that, okay?
Okay.
And you may or may not lose a couple of things.
Oh boy.
You no longer are indebted to Provosha.
Oh, okay.
Your alignment has been changed from true neutral
Uh-huh.
to chaotic neutral.
Uh-huh.
Your strength score has gone up by 2, so now your strength is 20.
Oh, okay.
Your let's see what else it was. I'm trying to remember what else it was. Yep. I'm looking at a lot of stuff right now.
I see.
Your strength score went up. You also realize your head feels a bit more heavy than usual,
Huh.
and you reach up and you realize your horns have grown about like an extra foot,
Oh my goodness.
in a similar fashion to Owl Rules.
Okay.
And you have also lost 5 HP.
I sort of fall to one knee, a little befuddled, dizzy. Sort of just touch my horns. Oh my goodness! Whoa, what? Oh Lord! And just I don't know how to make of the situation. I just lay on the grass and continue looking at the ceiling. Oh boy. Here we go again, I tell myself.
And that is all.
Alright. I will quit the recording. 3, 2, 1.